Onegaishimasu. All right, welcome to the Saito Sensei's 20-jo Suburi, which he brought down from O Sensei's teachings as his longest living Uchi. We're going to start with the ski series, which is basically the thrust. Okay. Like anything else, we want to be aware of our posture, our center. With the ski series, the first three are with the staff this way here. Okay. So you have a vertical staff. You're going to set up in a hanmi, so your feet are going to be in a hanmi stance. Okay. The first two are here on the inside of the foot, okay? Just where the big toe knuckle is, right on the inside. How you know where to grab is going to come from your hand from the hip down, and this hand here will be coming below. This is Choku Tsuki, okay? Now how this works is, you're going to row. Right? Now your staff, Jo here, should not be moving with you. Okay? So you should not be doing this. This in turn should stay where it is on the floor. When you come around here and you're going to move forward, you should rotate a little bit, keeping the staff here. Again, everything being deception, okay? No tells. So if I want to approach, notice the staff doesn't move. I go to it by rowing. See that? And this all turns this way. Catches here. Okay. So from a front perspective, I'm getting closer to it, but there's very little motion. So I'm showing very little tell between my shoulders, my height change, right? No feet are moving as of yet. So once you're here, what will happen is it's going to switch from this to horizontal. Okay? Once it's here, it doesn't waver like that. It has to stay this way. Okay? And here, here. Now once this flips open, this foot's going to go to the outside. It's also going to vector. Now see how this stays horizontal? I want the full length of this Jo to be able to strike. And notice this comes from here to my sternum. Doesn't go past. You don't strike a Jo like this. That's a swing. Okay? It's not a thrust. Thrust is tight. In case you hit something that wasn't your target, solid wall or tree, you won't get knocked back. Your base is strong. Okay? Have a nice triangle base. If you're advanced hanmi, it's going to rotate this forward a little bit, more of a 45 as opposed to a 90. We always remember heel to arch. If you look at the other videos, we'll discuss that for reference. So I'm going to spend some time on the first five because they're very, very crucial. Okay? Everything emanates from there. From hip here, and the back is stealthy coming in. Now if you notice, I'm targeting center. This is targeting center. Here's a deception. I'm already offline. You're now looking at my feet where I'm going to vector. So you think I'm going to strike this way, staying straight. I'm not. I'm actually going to be striking back here. I'm going to come around to the side. That's where the strike is coming from. Okay? But by the time you realize that, it's too late. Okay? So from here, flip, and strike. So once the staff goes from here to there, it's going to seemingly go this way, but it turns that way. Okay? So Choku Tsuki. Hey! Oh! The angles are short. When you first do this, You may go really wide, just to kind of get the feel for going that way. But you will hone that in to very slight angles. Because all you have to miss is this, or a blade. Okay? Just the same as if somebody's throwing a punch. You gotta wait for it, get slightly offline. They're totally committed, and you're in. Okay? Gaeshi Tsuki, still on the inside of the foot. So here, the only thing that changes is where the right hand's going to grab. Here's the left, comes here off the hip. This comes up, hugging the body very stealthily, turning this way. No shoulder motions, not this. That's too much of a tell. This goes here as I'm going in. And as I do that, I'm going to capture this stick like that. It's going to have this feel of a conical envelopment of it. It helps with some of the twisting. You're bladed, thumb is down. When this goes over, the movement is the same. This goes right hand to your hip, you're vectoring. Okay. Now this goes from this way to that way. Okay. But that happens naturally because of the grip. Off and strike. So again, here, envelop, doing this, because the staff is staying still. You're going to it. This is right here. This is tucked. Hey! From a side angle. Right off the knuckle. Envelops like this. This comes up here. Very, very stealthy. No tells. 8. And strike. So, the first one, Choku, is here. Gaeshi is here. You're turning. Okay? The same perception is there. Looks like I'm coming straight. But then I'm going to turn. Okay? I'm going to go off angle. There's going to be a flank. Now we go from the inside to the outside, okay, near the small pinky. Okay. Now with this, again, with all of these, the back is not like this where you can actually see through. If you look at this, okay, there's a gap here. Don't want that. You want to soften the knees. Twist the pelvis this way, no gap. Okay? So the stance is very, very important in all this. It's going to give you your vectoring, going to give you the maximum turn on the hips for your striking. Very important. Okay, so you're here, you drop, knees are softened. You're not going to go around, you're not going to do that. Because if you're looking from behind, you can see all the movements I'm making. From behind, it's supposed to be very, very stealthy. Again, I'm going to roll into it. Not much going on. Even when I do this, you don't see a whole lot. Here you think I'm coming straight back, but I'm angling out. It's the exact mirror opposite of the first two. Okay. Here's what it looks like from the front. Again, this stays still. I'm enveloping this. I'm coming here. This is coming straight up. I'm being very, very sneaky. This is a rear attack. Thumb up only for direction. You're not going to keep your thumbs up. You're not going to put index fingers out either. Okay? Very bad habit. Keep it close. Here you're twisting into this. All right? This drops. This reaches out more. Really makes this whole waistline now just locked and loaded, ready to shoot. This is on that line. You come out. The stick stays on that line. Does not move. But I go and I siphon When I thrust, I'm offline, I'm in a good hami, I'm looking back. Okay? But it does the same thing. It does this, but from a reverse perspective. Like that. Okay? So Ushiro Tsuki. Go in, fold. Should be at a 90, right underneath your elbow. Okay? This is straight out. So this is horizontal to the floor. Okay? And it comes out like that and plunges. Okay? Whatever attack you use, you should always be able to walk away from it. You don't want to overextend. You don't be too like this. Now you have to like get up. Okay? You want to be able to strike and be able to move and walk away if you need to. Or in a multiple attacker scenario, which is what Aikido really trains for, we always think multiples, always. Even though we train one-on-one. Okay? Ushiro Tsuki. Stealthy. The post is there. I'm going to go above the hand this time. Triggers down. I'm twisting even more so. So I'm really, really sprung to take action. This deceives that I'm going to go straight. I'm not. Once I'm here, I'm going to get off that line of attack. So if you look at from this from the back, again, this being, you cannot tell the length of the jo, right? Once it's in this direction. You know I'm moving, you think I'm coming right straight at you, but I'm not. Typically this is a low attack. It goes all the way down. I'll do this again. Do the camera range. Twist. There's the offline. Strike. Okay. So we have Gedan, Jodan, and Jodan. So it's up to you how you want to use it, but traditionally it's been taught low strike. Okay? So now we have a Gedan. Gaeshi Uchi. So from ski. This is ski kamai. Now we want to think of this as, this is your holster. Okay? Never really take this away from your holster. This stays in front of you. Remember, you're never locked in your arms. Your arms should never be like that. You always have a slight arch or curve to them. So in a good hami, again, the back is straight. Okay? The head is back. You're nice and relaxed. Again, you can just walk away from it if you need to. Okay? The hand goes over. This here pretty much stays straight. Now there is some sort of twisting all the way around, but those more the internal arts. So from here, we're going to go offline, and specifically here you see where this staff stays online. It doesn't move. So I siphon and I plunge. I plunge offline. Okay? Here I'm going to siphon again. Notice hand and feet stay together. I tuck. From here, you really can't see this, so you can't see the length of the jo, you know how far it can attack. You can't make those judgments. So stealth. Okay? Now when I turn, this drops. This still stays at the hip. There's that kind of an action. Okay? Now you start to see the tip of the jo. Top down. You may think it's coming this way, which it could. However, when it gets here and I start to throw this like a punch from the hip. Right? Drop, throw, hand and foot step. Still looks like here. But at the last minute, it goes towards the knees. Okay? Takes out the knees. So, ski. Offline, strike, siphon. Okay? You always keep this vector. Even though you're moving, you've got a bead, you've got a lock on your opponent's center. turn, all hip motion. Punching out, 1, 2. And if you notice, the toe and the stick are aligned. This is vectoring. Okay? We don't just step out offline. That's okay. Better is this goes out and points so it aligns the hip to where it's got to strike. So if I'm striking here, I don't just step out. I vector in with my foot. So you can see this on the video. Vectors in. Okay, it's an exaggeration there of an angle. Eventually you'll narrow those attack angles to very, very slight, but they're there. So again, from ski, kamae, or stance, off, line, strike. Now let's go to the next one. That's Jodan. Might as well go to the next one. Flip and strike. Okay? So it's ski with a Jodan return, Uchi. Okay? So you can practice this to here, but these typically start here. Okay? So same strike as Gedan. Okay? But now you're going up instead of down. Like this in downward fashion, you go in an upward fashion. You realign your feet. This is really important. This can't be straight. A lot of people do this straight. Something comes this way, say another Joe, wraps right around, smacks you in the dome. Not good, okay? So this has to be, think of it as building a roof over your house, okay? This is here. This will do two things, where from a Tomauchi strike, it goes straight up, okay? If the stick hits here, someone else's Joe, it'll go around you, especially if it breaks. It won't get to your head or strike the side of your temple. Very, very important to position it that way, okay? So you're going from there, from here, to here, okay? Now, the elbows are down, close to the body. This is up here, this is here. This can even ride on a channel, depending on the strike, okay? Because you don't want your fingers out like that, especially if it's got to ride the rail up on the Tomauchi deflection, okay? Which this can come down and deflect, strike again, but elbows are down like that, okay? Now what I say to my students is, you're going to now row, so use rowing a lot. What seems silly to do, pretending you're rowing a boat, is actually very, very useful. So you're threading here. It's a piston action. Thread. Wrap. It's a close wrap. Okay? Just rise the rail like a monorail all the way to the end. Step in and strike. Okay? So that's where you want to be. Again. From ski, off center, this still stays. Strikes. Okay? This could be any strike, low, middle, high. It's up to you. Okay? I say draw a little bit of a happy face, but I like to keep the center of this not really moving. See that? Goes from there, even though my whole body goes offside, this is kind of my marker, my time and space marker here. So, offline, strike, here, thread, wrap, ride, and strike. One more time. 8, up, 8. There you go. The first 5 Suburi of the 20 in the ski series. Onegaishimasu.